what, dude? Hey, speaking of midlife crises, I heard this thing the other day, and they're like, "What the fuck? Why have we labeled it this thing?" Like midlife people say, crisis. "Oh, everyone had a midlife." Do you understand that motherfucker had to work for 20 years before he could afford the Ferrari?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think it's.
What are you supposed to do? Buy a Ferrari when you're 20?
Yeah, I think.
Like, but if you buy it when you're over 40, all of a sudden you're in a crisis, and it's like, why? I've always wanted this car.
Well, do you know what it might be as well? It's they're doing stuff that they did when they were younger. Do you know what I mean? That they probably don't do now anymore. That's an example.
I don't think it is. I don't think.
I'm saying from the
going and getting a
perspective
push
of what
bike
people doing it.
Do you know what I mean? And sitting there like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they're doing something that they've always wanted to do, and we label it as
a midlife crisis.
And it's like, well, do you ever factor in that maybe he couldn't do this earlier?
Yeah, exactly.
Or she. Yeah. They couldn't do this earlier in their life. Do you know what I mean? They weren't in a position to do this thing.
Maybe it's a matter of some people look at it and regret some of the decisions they've made. Do you know what I mean? It could be that too, don't you think?
Society has brainwashed us to think that. Dude, when I was younger, my parents decided to renovate the house.
Yeah.
Okay? And my uncle came over.
Yeah.
And won't be the uncle that watches this, by the way, because he'll look at me on. One of my uncles came over and he looked at me and like we were painting and buying new furniture and doing all this stuff to the house. I would have been like 15 or something.
Yeah.
And he looked at me like, old man's having a midlife crisis, huh?
Yeah.
And I was like, why?
Yeah.
And he's like, all this shit. And I thought, oh yeah, he must be, huh? But that's how fucking brainwashed. Why? Because he renovated the house.
Good on him. Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but any time someone of a certain age does things that are
out of the norm.
Yeah. Oh, midlife crisis. Oh, you bought a new car? Struggling, huh?
Can't wait to get can't wait to get the yacht.
The yacht?
Crisis.
They're going to let you know.
It's going to remind people.
Put your sunscreen on.
Put your sunscreen on. Make sure you put your sunscreen on when you're on your super yacht. Dude, I can't wait.
I might stand on the edge of the yacht and just sunscreen people as they walk up.
Just for the pump action. Dude, can't wait. I fucking love that birthday present you got me.
It's sick.
It's fucking
cool. It's a reminder.
It's fucking cool. Every day I see it every fucking day. Where it is, I look at it. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So I had that period there where I was thinking, questioning my mortality and going down that path. I'm like, okay, cool. I've also say I'm halfway there. I've still got halfway to go. There's still a lot of time. And even though it'll be over in a blink, I want to make every fucking moment count. And I said I didn't achieve some goals on what I put down, but I have achieved other things that weren't even on the list. And I look at that, I'm like, that's fucking sick. That is fucking cool. And it's what you make it at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? You, with all of your goals, with all of the things that you're trying to achieve with your life, it's what you make it, that things you put in place, the action you take, your mindset behind it. It's going to be positive if you make it positive. I heard someone say this the other day and I loved it as well. It's like every negative or every bad thing that that happens in your life, if you can look at it and go, how can I benefit from this scenario right now? How can I benefit from this? It just changes everything.
100%.
Everything. If you go, think about the worst thing that could happen. Touch wood, your partner dies, your child dies. That's like and look, touch wood, I don't know how I would cope with that. You know what I mean? I don't think I would at all.
There's a great guy who actually had that happen.
Yeah.
Who has written a book called, his name is Mo Gawdat or something like that. Gawdat. He used to be an executive at Google X, and he had that happen, and he wrote a whole book around, and it's a full-on, like, it's a great, I haven't read the whole book, but I've watched a lot of his content, and it's a great way to watch someone do what you're saying right now.
Yeah, but see what's happened. He's taken that tragedy and turned it into something phenomenal where he's been able to help other people. It's like, I remember back in high school, there was parents that would come to the school and talk about drink driving and go, this is a photo of my son. Yeah. And everyone would look at him and stand and go, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. He's dead. He got in the car with one of his friends. He wasn't even drink driving.
He was just in
but
the
he got in the car.
Or sometimes it's like they were walking home and there was a drink drive.
And it could have been, man, it could have been, I've been in the car before with a friend, a guy that was in school, at school. He was 18 years old and he was doing in a VN Commodore, probably 140, 150 on the Monash, just zooming in between cars. And I was in the back seat and everyone's like laughing and carrying on. And I'm like, dude, like I was actually shitting myself because he was racing some other fuckhead in a VN.
Yeah.
Right? I was trying to be a legend, you know, look how good I am. And he's like literally zooming in between cars. It was late, so there wasn't heaps of cars on the road. But he's in a piece of shit VN Commodore, thrashing this.
Could fail,
anything.
Brakes fail, tire
it's
pops,
not.
bearing,
It's not.
gives way.
Exactly. It's not a bloody high performance vehicle. And he was doing that, and I'm like, John, like I've said it now, John. Slow the fuck down. I go, seriously, fucking pull it. I actually cracked it. I said, pull the fuck over. I'm done. Like, get out. I'll fucking walk home. Right? And then he slowed down. Everyone's like, oh, you're fucking shitting yourself. Yeah, I go, fucking no. I actually got shitty. And I thought that was quite, looking back, thinking about peer pressure, young, impressionable. You don't want to be a loser in front of you. Oh, you're scared.
Yeah.
Fucking oath I am. Go kill yourself, you fucking idiot. Right? You can kill yourself. You can all kill each other. Do whatever the fuck you want. Do it without me.
Yeah.
And he did slow down.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he did. Well, we got to our destination. I'm still here to tell the story.
Yeah.
But that could have fucking very easily gone in a different way.
Oh, and it does too. It does on many, many people, yeah.
It does.
I look back at how I used to be a bad driver.
Yeah.
Like, I've lost my license.
Did you?
5 or 6 times.
No.
Yeah.
5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
How'd you get it back?
I've lost it, been caught driving without it. Like, I was just,
Right.
yeah, just was silly growing up.
Yeah.
But I look back and I think some of the stuff I used to do, dude, and I think, I got off easy, bro. Like, just, that's it. I just lost my license. That's
fine.
That's an easy road.
$10,000 in fines, that all.
Still owe way more than that. But, but that's easy road. Do you know what I mean? There's people who went down the same route who didn't.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They had an accident. They, lost a limb, turned paraplegic, got injured.
Imagine that. Imagine how bad that would be.
Disappeared off the face of the earth.
Sometimes it could be worse than death too, man. Right? You go. Imagine you're a young, fit, strong 18-year-old, 20-year-old, whatever it is, and you're in a car with a mate, hits a tree, and you make it, but you cannot move from the neck down.
I had one rule. If I was speeding, I used to speed everywhere.
Yeah.
If I was speeding and someone in the car told me to slow down, I'd slow down.
Yeah.
Because I would like, how can I live with myself if something went wrong here? Because I was aware something can go wrong.
Yeah.
How would I live myself if something went wrong here and they asked me to slow down and I didn't? You know what I mean? But if you're egging me on, well, we're in this together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it was stupid. It was very, very stupid, but I'm fortunate enough to have...
Tell the story now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, life is...
it's also that whole concept. It's like people wish they had $1 million, $10 million, $20 million, right? And you go out and you're like, cool, I'm going to win $20 million tonight in the Powerball or whatever it is. You go and do that, celebrate, go out, buy a Ferrari. That Ferrari, you wrap it around a tree the next day and you kill yourself. Should you really wish for $20 million? Do you know what I mean? If you didn't have that 20 million, you never would have bought that Ferrari. It's all relative. It's all relative when it comes to stuff like that.
I hate money if that happened to you.
But do you know what I mean? It can still happen without it.
Yeah, I know, but I blame money in that situation.
It just comes.
It's the devil.
Yeah. Towards potentially you could, but it just comes down to the fact that it's like you think money's the savior. Well, mate, it can also be.
I don't think there is a savior.
No, I think it comes down to fulfillment. I believe that's what I'm looking at these days. Like what fills your cup? What makes you happy? What makes you go, yeah, just comes down to happiness, mate. Like what is going to turn you, I
read this thing
when you've got a shit day, everything's good.
Or watch this video, I should say. And it said, you're not stressed because of what's happening. You're stressed because you're not doing enough of what fills up your cup.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a good point.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. Without a doubt.
Life goes by very, very, very fast.
Yeah. We're 52 weeks in. We're we'll hit 100 episodes next year. Okay.
Yeah. Have you heard the concept of why they? Well, I don't know if this is true. I can't remember who shared this, but it was something along the lines of why life feels like it's quicker as you get older, because it does.
Yeah.
Like this year, how quick did this year go? And then next year will probably feel quicker and quicker and so forth, right? Yeah. And it's like life goes by fast as you get older. But the reason why they think that is, or a possible reason, is because a year. So when you've been living for 10 years, 1 year. So when you're a 10-year-old, 1 year is 10% of your life. Does that make sense? Because now 1 year is 10% of your life. So 10% is large in proportion to the scale of everything. So that's why it feels like a longer period of time.
Yeah.
When you've been living for 50 years, 1 year is 2% of your life.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden now, in comparison to everything else, that time period now feels less.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes total sense, doesn't it?
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah.
Because then it just means the more you live, the more you're going to feel like time goes quicker, which most people do, but no one ever explains that concept.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was listening to a pastor on, like a priest on Instagram.
Not a meal.
No, I wasn't listening to pastor, the meal. I tried. The pastor was correct. And he was saying exactly that, something along those lines, effectively, that he goes, I've been to many people on their deathbed. All right, there's many, many people on their deathbed. He goes, I see it all the time. I read them their final passage, their rites, whatever it is. And he goes, every single person that I've ever helped transition, they've never sat in their bed and be like, hey, can you bring me that trophy? Hey, can you go get my Ferrari keys? I just want to hold them. Can you go and, I just want to send a couple more emails before I go. Do you know what I mean? It's always been about, but man, you'll die. The next day you're going to get your inbox full. Yeah. All those emails that you're fucking stressing about, that you get to work on Monday that are there, they will be there the next day after you die. And he pretty much said, he goes, what people want when they're in their final moments are their loved ones, the people and the things that meant the most to them. That's who they want around. They want the people, they'll hold the photos, the memory, whatever it is. That's who they want around. And that just goes to show a level of fulfillment. If that's what you want, if that's what every single person desires in their final moments of life, why are we always fighting for the one thing it's right in front of us every single day? But we're all striving for all these other things.
Isn't that just human nature? It's like a stuffy nose.
Absolutely it is.
You only miss breathing when you have stuffy nose.
Yeah, we are inherently...
The law of familiarity. Right?
Yeah, but we inherently take things for granted. That's human nature, taking everything for... Man, did you walk up the stairs today and go, oh, how good? How good was it walking up these stairs today?
You know,
do you know what I mean?
What I do.
You never thought that. You didn't think when you walked in. Yeah, but you didn't stop and think and shed a tear and go, fucking hell, I'm so happy I could walk up the stairs. But break both your legs or cut them off, and then...
you do anything to be able to walk up the stairs.
You do anything to walk up the stairs.
It's like the story I shared when the car started.
Yeah, 100% every time.
It's like
what is look at all these stories. Like, how sick is that?
Here's one I'll share. And this is something that I remember at the time as it happened. I thought I'd never take this for granted ever again. And it wasn't me. It was I watched something happen to someone.
Yeah.
A relative a couple of years ago got sick with cancer and passed away. And I remember sitting there and looking at him, and he couldn't breathe properly. Like he couldn't go. Yeah, he couldn't take that deep breath.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking to myself, he couldn't sit up properly. He was not in a good way.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at him and watching him, and he was facing the TV, and I was sitting on his right-hand side. So I was just looking at him, and he was looking at the TV, and I was watching him, and he was like, like breathing really short breaths.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself in that moment, like, what would he give right now to be able to go and just take a deep breath? Like that would be the greatest thing in the world to him.
Yep.
And now every single day, sometimes I'm just grateful I can breathe, man. Like we can breathe fresh air, like that in itself, like that is life, man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, How many times are you grateful you can breathe?
Yeah. Do you know
We all
what's
think we can breathe.
You know what's really random? This is really random, what I did last night. Because I'm home alone at the moment.
Yeah.
Kids are away. Fuck, I hate the house at the moment.
Boy.
Empty. There's no noise. It's quiet. Oh, man. Hate it.
Is it not even nice enough just for a short period?
Dude.
Oh, yeah? No?
Do you know how much I miss
Yeah,
them?
it feels miserable.
Do you know how, like, I can't stay. I haven't been home. I've been home once this
Okay,
week.
that goes away. Can I?
do you
Because
mean?
I used to live with people.
Yeah.
And then when I first lived on my own, I was like this is dead.
Oh, no. I'm talking just the noise of my kids.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not talking people. All right, I'm talking the kid. Like, if it was me and Nicole and the kids had moved out, like, I'd probably be like, where are my kids? I need kids. go get them.
Yeah.
Let's go start a nursery.
Just gonna start a nursery.
Just male
childcare.
childcare. Yeah, male childcare. That's it. So random though. I was sitting there, and I don't know why this happened. Don't know why. I made dinner, sat down to eat it, and I was grateful that I was eating. I was grateful for my dinner. I actually said, like, thank you for this meal. Like, I'm glad I'm eating this. I just practiced a second of gratitude. I'm grateful I can eat this. I'm grateful I got a house. I'm grateful I got the car. I'm grateful I can pay for my family to go on a holiday. Life is good. And then I fucking ate. Said it to my dog. No one else was around to hear it.
The
But I
dog's here, by
practiced
the
that. I practiced. Yeah, she's just chilling out. But I practiced that second of gratitude, and that's like something I don't do. I haven't done probably once this year. Haven't thought about it, but I did it that night.
I think that's super, super, super powerful, man.
It was, dude. It was, man. It was so good. It was so fucking good. And
Because had you not had those things, like, how good would a meal be if you couldn't eat?
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you fucking do anything
Yep.
for a warm meal.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Or a hot shower. How good's a hot shower?
yeah.
Like, seriously. A fucking hot shower, I think, is one of the most underrated things.
And
Or aircon on a fucking
I think,
hot day.
yeah, food's massive. I love food. I was out with Simon the other day at Glenda's. I was talking to him, said, "Oh, how good's fucking food?" Like, honestly, it's like sick. Get to eat every single day.
Yeah.
How lucky.
And you probably haven't stressed too much about your next meal.
I haven't.
Probably haven't.
I haven't.
No, I'm just telling to the listeners, this guy.
Ah. But I haven't either.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm actually getting hungry
This is
now.
for
What time is it?
this is for George when he listens to this later.
It's early. It's early, and I'm hungry.
Have a Tim
Had breakfast.
Have a Tim Tam. I think the overall message, but is a year goes by fucking quick.
Yeah. Stop fucking
Time
around.
is fleeting.
Understand. Yeah, exactly. Your time's limited.
You know, and the things you're worried about today, I promise you, in 2200, no one's going to remember you.
Yep.
As sad as it is to say, it's also
Very true.
it's not only true, I think it's refreshing because
That's what makes it
the
beautiful.
shit you're
The
fucking
mortality
worried
of
about.
it.
Yeah,
Exactly. The mortality of it is what makes it.
You know,
Nobody's gonna remember.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. Or if you want to watch the full episode, you can click over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.